بسم اللہ الرحمن الرحیم۔
شروع اللہ کے نام سے جو رحمان و رحیم ہے۔
اقرأ بسم ربک الذی خلق۔
پڑھو اے نبی اپنے رب کے نام کے ساتھ جس نے پیدا کیا۔
خلق الانسان من علق۔
جمے ہوئے خون کے ایک لوتھڑے سے انسان کی تخلیق کی۔
اقرأ وربک الاکرم۔
پڑھو اور تمہارا رب بڑا کریم ہے۔
الذی علم بالقلم۔
جس نے قلم کے ذریعے سے علم سکھایا۔
علم الانسان ما لم يعلم۔
انسان کو وہ علم دیا جسے وہ نہ جانتا تھا۔
بسم اللہ الرحمن الرحیم۔ السلام علیکم۔ I welcome all the parents and the students of the BCS with my open arms. The year 2021 has been started, alhamdulillah. Now there is only the talk of the town. There is only one blessing. May Allah save us from the contagious diseases, coronavirus. Ameen. Now, you have learned all the parts of speech and grammar. You have learned the tenses, expressive. So, now you must be able to write something. When you have got all the informations about parts of speech, then tenses, then passive, now you must learn how to write an essay. Dear students, you can look at the board. Have you seen how to write an essay? There are the key elements of the essay. First of all, you must know what does essay mean. When you don't know the meaning of anything, then you won't be able to do anything. So here, essay means attempt or try. Let's study the different types of essays. Reflective essay. Number one, reflective essay. Details about it is on the chart. Here on the chart you can see it has all the details. Then second one is narrative essay. Narrative means what? Like you must imagine that you're speaking to someone in front of yourself. Okay? A narrative essay recounts a personal experience or story. It is a type of expository. What do you mean by expository? What do you mean by expository? Do you know? Yes. Expository means describing or descriptive. Okay? Then, writing that it offers its writers a chance to think and write about themselves. A narrative essay is written from a defined point of view, that of the writer, and hence allows for feelings and specific sensory perceptions to catch the reader's attention. Okay? Now, imaginative essay. Imaginative essay allows its writer to indulge in a flight of his or her imagination about a given topic. Flight means not the stage, not a journey by air. Here flight means lots of. And what it is written? Indulge. What do you mean by indulge? I will tell you the meaning. Indulge means fulfill. Indulge means fulfill or feed. What I am doing? I am feeding you all the things about an essay. Here are the elements of essay. Introduction. It needs, this presents the subject briefly in a few sentences. Introduction is the first paragraph and you have to write about your topic. Second one, paragraphs that give more detailed information on the subject. You know, always essay needs paragraphs because we get the detailed subject about the topic. Then evidence, to sustain the information given in paragraph. That means you have to give the evidence with the proof you are going to write. Then conclusion, to take the essay to the logical end, often expressing the writer's views. In the end, we are going to just put the conclusion, means we all see what the writer is writing and we have to put the writer's view. I hope you have understood this. Okay, now, second one is chapter 60, letter writing. Now, of course, the technology has advanced so much that you do the electronic mails. That means emails. But still, letters have its own, language, and the student must be able to write a letter, because letters are of different kinds. They are private letters, informal letters, which we write to the friends, relatives, and so on. And then we have the informal letters as are written to, formal letter to the principal, editor, mayor, etc. In this, we write point to point, never use short forms and slang language. What do you mean by slang language? Impersonal language. Okay? You should be very, very polite while writing this. Then we got the informal letters. Informal letters are written to friends, cousins, etc. We write letter in friendly way. We use impersonal language. That means we can use lovely and such things. Then, third one is business letters. These letters will be taught later. Use the writing skills to write a letter. Now, into how many parts is the letter divided? I'm giving you the format of a letter. You must write the format of the letter. Okay? And letter is divided into 6 parts. Sender's, number 1, sender's address. Number 2, date, current date. The date, the day you are mentioning it. Then number 3, salutation. Salutation means greeting, like my dear, okay, my dear, respected, or lovely. Body of the letter, it means reason for writing a letter. You cannot write a letter without any reason. There must be a reason behind it. Okay? Then closing, with regards, best wishes, yours truly, yours sincere. When we are going to close, we are going to give such, regards. Then signature. Then you will have to put your signature with the complete name. I hope you have understood, and you will use the format, you will write the format in the copies as well, make a beautiful title page, and I'm going to give you the video assignment. You are going to write a letter to your uncle, thanking him for the gift on your birthday. Okay? And essay, also I'm giving on the board, you will write those essays. Today I will tell you something which will be very, very useful for you. When you are going to give the board exams, so such type of essays come in your mind, okay? Number 1, I told, my aim of life. Zindagi ka maqsad. My aim of life has another similar essay. the profession I like. The profession I like. Then there is another essay, okay? The ambition in life. Then these are not 4 essays. This is only one topic, and all these topics have the similar meanings. The aim of life, the profession I like, the ambition in life, the career I would like the most. So whenever in the board exams, if you get, suppose you are not getting this one, the aim of life, and you are getting the ambition in life, Arey, we did not learn. It's not like that. Okay? And you will write yourself. You have got the key elements. Even you can see in your book. It is over there. I will tell you. Open your book. See in the index. Essay writing, page number 290. The same thing which I had shown on the board. See, you can read this and then you can write the essay. Okay? You can read this, the key elements of an essay, and you're going to also write the key elements of an essay in your copies, in the grammar copy. Okay? Make a beautiful title page and then write. Now, letter writing. Write a letter to your uncle, thanking him the gift on your birthday. Uncle has sent you a gift and you have to thank him. Okay? I hope you have understood very well. You can see again, you can see the elements, okay? The key elements, and I have given you the format of the letter. I hope you have understood. Now, this was the last video class of grammar. Okay? I hope you will follow all the things which we have taught you. Now, my video channel has come to an end. Today is the last video, and all the things I have taught you is in the solution. If there is any, if there is any conclusion, so you can come and meet the management. Okay. Today we are going to read Unit 6, Lesson 3. Discover St. Petersburg, the city of the Tsars. We will not pronounce T, it is silent, Tsars. Actually, this extract is, very, very, very antique. At that time, people were not civilized. It was called as the Dark Ages. And at that time, there was a king, Peter the Great. He was ruling the country. And he wanted a change in the country. So what he decided? He wanted to construct a city near the river Neva. And his desire had fulfilled. Neva had been discovered. Now it is known as the St. Petersburg. And who discovered St. Petersburg? Peter the Great, the king. And now it is situated in Europe. It has amazing places, and there is a statue of horseman bronze. It is the belief of the people that this horseman bronze is very, very need. He fights against the enemies. Now, after that, it has very beautiful sites, cathedrals where the Christians enjoy their Christmas songs and all in the church. Now we have to read much about it, so please turn the page on 43. See, page number 43. Discover St. Petersburg, the city of the Tsars. Back in 1703, the Russian Tsar Peter the Great ordered the construction of a new city on the river Neva. He called this city St. Petersburg. In Russia at that time, the people who were ruling were known as Tsar. Today, St. Petersburg is one of the most beautiful cities in Europe and one of the world's most northerly cities. It is famous for its amazing places, palaces, cathedrals, and numerous bridges. Wow! The statue of the bronze horseman is one of the most popular sights. People used to believe that the statue protected the city from its enemies. Take a walk down to St. Isaac's Cathedral, the largest and most beautiful church in Russia. Did you know that 14,000 people can fit inside it? Next to the cathedral is the colonnade, observation point. Climb 300 stairs for an amazing view of St. Petersburg. Don't forget to visit the Winter Palace. It was the winter home of the Tsars of Russia. Inside the palace, there's the Hermitage Museum, which houses one of the greatest art collections in the world. Before you leave, be sure to look at the river Neva from one of St. Petersburg bridges. The view is beautiful in the summer. This is the best place to experience white night. White night means over here, moonlight nights. Okay? So, I have read the extract to you. I hope you have understood very nicely. I will review again. Peter the Great was the king of Russia, and at that time, they belonged to the caste of Tsars. Peter the Great wanted to construct a city on the river Neva. He constructed, and today the city in Europe is very beautiful. Amazing places are there. You can enjoy it. Now, Look over here, 3, writing task. I have written a brochure and I will paste it on the board and you can see it. You will also make it. Write a text about your city, town or village and on any one topic, which will be used for a brochure. Your text should be between 100 and 120 words. This task is on page 43. You have to write on any one topic, city, town or village, which will be used for brochure. Brochure. B-R-O-C-H-U-R-E. Brochure. B-R-O-C-H-U-R-E. Your text, that means the topic, it should be like an essay or as a brochure, should be between 100 or 120 words. Now look over here. Whenever you're going to write, use this tip. When you write a description of a place, number 1, before you start, write down some ideas. It is on page 43. Develop your ideas and write about the most important or interesting features of the place. Divide your text into paragraphs. Use a variety of adjectives to make your description lively. Use the imperative to persuade the readers to visit this place. You have to use a lot of adjectives and imperative. Come, come, please come and have a burger. Okay, come and enjoy the pizza in the pizza station. So you should persuade the people to come and enjoy the things. Look at the board. You have to do this assignment. I have given you the video assignment. Write a text about your city, town or village which will be used for brochure. Your text should be between 100 and 120 words. You will write the essay in your copy and you will make a chart like this for a brochure. Karachi is a multicultural city, so you can find lots of different kinds of food from around the city. Restaurants that serve the food from nearly every places of the city. Fast foods have dominated desi foods. I know you will not eat desi foods. All are wishing to eat fast foods. So there is a brochure, Fast Foods in Karachi. Yummy. Just 150. Step in Mano Salva burger. Have a Mano Salva burger. It's yummy. Then Actually, it is pizza, but now it's called the popularity of pizza. Large pizza, just 1,000, home free delivery at pizza station. Come and enjoy it at your home. You can go there or you have free home delivery. Now, what's the problem? Buns Road food is famous for desi foods. You know, there is a place in our city known as Buns Road. It has remarkable foods. Why people don't consider desi foods? Why? Why people don't consider? Now it is winter, we must have besni paratha and saag, but everybody will avoid. They will say, no, we want hot soup instead of all these things. So the fast food has dominated the desi food. Morning breakfast, usually there would be a lot of rush and people used to eat, butter loaf. Butter loaf means paratha with an egg, with a cup of tea, and it only costed 90 rupees. But now people run towards the burgers. Biryani is the favorite food of Karachitis. Karachi Heights. The people are living in Karachi. It's the famous and popular dish of the Karachi Heights, and Laziz Biryani. In our city, the Laziz Biryani nowadays is popular in Attari Biryani. People like Attari Biryani. It costs 240 rupees per kg. Now, as we have foods, the dresses also have been changed. Clothing centers are Zebunissa Street and Karim Center. These are the famous shopping centers in Karachi. Still they have a fame. Still people are crowded over there. Girl looks elegant in the eastern dress. Zebunissa Street, Karim Center are still the popular shopping centers in Karachi. Shalwar kameez is rupees 1,500 to 2,500. They are very reasonable rates. You can visit and see the culture and the national dresses, shalwar kameez of Pakistan. And girls look very elegant. They look very beautiful in shalwar kameez. Then, this is a dummy. Okay? And Karachi also has varieties clothing. Shalwar kameez is the national dress, again, for the men and for the girls. Zebunissa Street and Karim Center are the popular shopping centers. Male shalwar kameez you can get in rupees 2,000, and it can be expensive, more than 2,000. Then, now look over here. Like the fast food has dominated the desi food, the jeans has become a craze for the girls, and it has dominated the shalwar kameez. Most of the girls you see, they are wearing jeans and t-shirts. Best jeans t-shirts, visit Dolman Center, reasonable price, 1,500. Then, girls are crazy to wear jeans, t-shirts on festivals and events too. Boys look smart in jeans and t-shirts. Now, we have studied about the clothing, we have studied about the food. Now, we have got many schools, universities and colleges in Karachi. People are getting the best knowledge, the best graduation in over here. Karachi has many schools with the best education and authentic teachers. And this is a classroom. Actually, what is the strategy of a classroom? A classroom needs discipline and focus on the language spoken. Then, Karachi has many private and government hospitals. SIUT is providing treatment for kidney patients. SIUT has saved so many people regarding kidney trouble. In the same manner, the National Vascular Diseases cure the heart patients. I hope you have seen the brochure. You will make it better than this, okay? And with this brochure, my video has come to an end. And this was the last video, week number 7. I hope you have understood, but just a minute. Before going, I have written language listening transcript. Just listen this. Sorry to say that. Tour guide. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our daily tour of Lisbon. Our tour starts there in Belém, the cultural center of Lisbon. On your left, you can see Jeronimo's Monastery. Notice the beautiful architecture, a characteristic of many buildings in Lisbon. Our first stop is going to be at the Museum of Ancient Art. There you will see some wonderful Portuguese paintings and gold work. But before that, we are going to head along the coast. Lisbon is famous for its sandy beaches. But at this time of the year, the water is still cold. So, it may not be such a good idea to swim. When the water is cold, of course you can't swim. We are now entering Alfama, the old part of the city, which is famous for its traditional medieval buildings. What do you mean by medieval buildings? The ancient, antique buildings. Look up to your right and you will see the amazing St. George Castle. St. George Castle. The Romans built the castle and it became the home of the first king of the Portugal. Afonso Henriques is the 12th century, 17th century's church. There is a spectacular view of the city, but don't worry, there is also a lift which takes you to the top. Okay? Could everyone get? We are now right in the center of Lisbon, in the area called Bexa. It is called Bexa. We will be stopping here for an hour so that you can enjoy a walk in the streets of Bexa, which are free of any cars, and evening out in Bexa are. Also, we are going to eat fresh seafood, and dance the night away. See you all later. The tour guide has guided the people, and he's saying you may enjoy the whole night, dance, eat seafood and everything, and then we will gather here later. This what I wanted, that you must listen the transcript, and here page 42. You have to do this work, and also there is speaking. You can also, and there are pictures over here. There are the pictures about the three personalities. Okay? This also you must do. Work in pairs. The questions you can read. Discuss and decide which city is the most suitable for each person. Give reasons for your choices. I am going to tell you the third one, and you will do the first and second yourself. It is about Patricia Coleman. She is 36 years. She is a drama teacher. She likes arts and natures, and she dislikes crowded places. Here are the three pictures. So, Washington DC is suitable. Washington DC is suitable for Patricia Coleman, okay, because she is interested in drama, so there is museums and theaters and lots of universities and famous historical buildings. Now you will do the 1 and 2 also. Okay, thank you. Goodbye. This was the last video of the channel. Thank you.